And it could be fed through us through what we've experienced firsthand, or whether we've just been on a fly on a wall, hearing a conversation between our parents. And what might feel invisible at the time has such a big impact on the way you see money, how you use it, how you earn it, grow it, spend it, save it, everything. But that said, you can understand what to do to start making it and turning it into your favor.
What was your relationship like with money when you went to university?
I didn't understand what money meant to me. So I followed society's version of money. So I bought all the things to make me look better, all the things to make my lifestyle look better. And I did that after graduating for years and years and years. That was the path that I followed for a very long time, until I realized that if I continue living this way and spending my money this way, the freedom, the choice, the options that I have or that I want aren't going to exist.
Was there like a catalyst moment where you realized that, or was it just an accumulated feeling?
So for a long time, I believed in this blueprint: go to school, get a job, climb the ladder, and security will follow. And I did that to the T for almost a decade, 9 years in banking. And I'll say I was about halfway into my career where I met this amazing woman. She was basically my mentor. And we were working on multi-billion-dollar transactions late into the nights for weeks in a row at times. And we were in the middle of one of the largest deals that we've done. And overnight, she lost her job. Overnight, she was made redundant. And the very next day, I was asked to replace her. And I remember thinking at the time that this person believed in financial security. This person believed in the blueprint, and it was taken from her. And now I'm in her shoes. What's to say that the same won't happen to me? And that was the first time I saw a crack in the system, and I realized if you give someone else the power to feed you, you're also giving them the power to starve you. And that's when I really understood, okay, I need to learn about money. I need to stop spending it in the way that I'm spending it. I need to stop having this mindset around money, because what it's done right now is it's kind of trapped me. So what I did is took the power back in my own hands, did everything I needed to learn how to save, spend, invest, budget. And it came very easily to me because I was in banking. It was financial lingo, and I could simplify it very, very easily for me. And that's really where my mindset or my change in thinking around money changed. And that's the same moment where I started my YouTube channel.
Ah, okay.
That was it.
Because a lot of people bury their heads in the sand. I was looking at some stats earlier on that said the vast majority of people just have this sort of avoidant relationship with their financial situation, with financial literacy, with their bills, with their bank statements. I mean, there's like long-standing jokes from the internet that people just don't open their banking apps.
Yeah.
They just don't look at it.
Yeah. There's even a terminology for this, and it's called the ostrich effect. And it's a cognitive bias that explains people will avoid looking at negative financial information because of the fear of how it makes them feel. It's the same reason why we don't check our bank account after a night out, or we don't open, there's a pile of bills on our table and we don't check them. But it's that thing, avoiding it, thinking that, oh, it's just going to disappear if I don't look at it. It's that thing that keeps you stuck. It's that thing that makes you realize, oh, I don't even know which direction I'm going. It's a disorganized finances. Yeah.
So if someone's listening to this right now and they resonate with this idea of they're slightly avoidant, they don't really have a plan, they're kind of just, they get paid, they answer their bills, and then they wait till the next payday. They're not being intentional with their money. Is there a step one in taking back control?
The very first thing, number one, that I would say to do is build a peace of mind fund.
A peace of mind fund.
This is not about maths. It's not the mathematically optimal thing to do, but it is the psychological. Because as we've discussed, money is as much about emotions as it is about numbers. So what I'll say is go through the last 30 days of your bank statements and calculate exactly how much it costs for 1 month of your living. So mortgage, rent, utilities, bills, minimum debt payments, car payments, and whatever that total is, that's the amount that you want to save up for your peace of mind fund.
Okay, so I go through my last 30 days of my bills. I find out that it's cost me, let's say, $1,000.
Okay. That's 1 month of your core living expenses.
Yeah. So I need to save $1,000.
You don't need to invest it. You don't need to save it. You don't need to, it's not for a holiday. The reason why you want to save this is because when life does what it does best, which is throw curveballs, you want to make sure that you have it handled. If a boiler breaks, your car dies on a Monday morning, the last thing you want on top of the stress of dealing with that thing is the financial stress of how you're going to pay for it. That's what this thing covers. It tells you, I've got peace of mind. Whatever life throws at me, I can handle it. And saving that 1 month of living costs puts you ahead of 59% of Americans and 30% of people living in the UK. 59% of Americans, unfortunately, can't pay for a $1,000 expense. And 30% of people in the UK can't cover 1 month of their living expenses if something happened.
What is step 2 in that regard?
Step 2, this is where we do move into the mathematical optimal thing. This is you cut the financial bleeding.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is I get so many times people ask me, Nisha, I have 4,000, 5,000 sitting in my bank account. What should I do with it? And my first question back to them is, do you have any high interest rate debt? Because if you have savings of $2,000 earning 4%, but you also have credit card debt at 20%, you're leaking money more than you're making it. It's like pouring water into a bucket with holes in it and wondering why it's not going to fill up. So what you want to do is you want to take all of your debt that you have, rank it from highest to lowest.
In terms of interest?
In terms of interest rate. And then everything above 8%, you want to make minimum payments across everything first. And then everything above 8%, you want to throw your extra savings into the highest interest rate first, to the debt with the highest interest rate, and then move down in that order.
An interest rate, is that paid monthly or yearly?
It's paid monthly.
It's paid monthly. So if I have a £1,000 loan on a credit card and the interest rate is 10%, I'm paying £100.
Paid monthly. Over the year, they're going to pay 100.
Okay.
But that's split out into monthly payments, assuming that they're not drawing down more on that credit card.
Are you against credit cards?
Credit cards are good if you're using them the right way. Really good if you're using them in the right way. And that means the points that you're using, the rewards that you get for it, the bonuses that you get from it, all really helpful, only if you're paying them off in full every single month. If you're not using that, or if you're not doing it in that way, which is kind of what they want you to do, because they want you to miss these payments, because that's how credit card companies make money, by your missed payments. If you're not doing that, then the benefits just don't weigh up.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. Use credit cards, but use it in a way that stacks up in your favor, not in the credit card company's favor.
It's almost paradoxical that you'd use a credit card, but only if you can afford to use a credit card.
Yeah, that's
Do you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah, you got to think about it. Can I pay for this thing outright in cash? If I can, then I can put it on my credit card. And that's the anomaly is property, if you're using it to make money, healthcare, education. But for anything else, unless it's making you money, that's the way you want to think about it, because it does encourage extra spending otherwise.
Okay, so I'm going to pay off my high interest debts first with any spare cash that I have.
Yeah.
What's number 3?
Number 3 is build your emergency buffer.
Okay.
So this is your core living expenses that we've already calculated in step 1. And you want to times that by 3 if you are single, you have predictable income.
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to times that by 6 if you are head of household, you have a mortgage, you have unpredictable income. That's your emergency cushion. And it protects you from the bigger life things. It's the third thing you want to do. It protects you if you lose your job, if you have a health scare, if there are dependents that you need to care for. This kind of buys you that time. But there's really interesting research from Vanguard that actually showed saving 3 to 6 months of your living expenses does more for your emotional well-being than earning over 200K.
So just the peace of mind again.
It's that breathing room. 3 to 6 months of breathing room in your bank account. It just moves the needle. It's the peace of mind. It's the security. It's the stability. One of the core human needs. And it's interesting because we're kind of looking at making more money and earning more, and we're chasing the next number. And actually the thing that's going to have the biggest impact or move the needle on our financial well-being is, at this stage, having that 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up.
It's all relative, right? At the end of the day. So it's incredibly stressful, and I've been there when you don't know if you can pay this month's rent, if you don't know if you can feed yourself, but also the sort of back of the mind knowledge that if something were to happen, you'd be screwed. It's an incredibly stressful way to live. And you might not even realize the stress consciously, but you might just feel it. It might just be an angst in your life.
Yeah, and I this applies at any income level, even people earning six figures who are living paycheck to paycheck, who don't have that emergency buffer in place. They have that anxiety.